Welcome everybody, Jack here from Ginger Bets, and this week I'm previewing the RBC Canadian Open taking place at St George's Golf and Country Club just outside Toronto in what's going to be a magnificent event. 2 years the fans of the Canadian Open have been waiting for this one due to COVID, so I'm sure the atmosphere will be good, loud and boisterous this week as the players look to prepare themselves ahead of next week's major championship, the US Open. In this video, exclusive to sportspub.com, I'm bringing you a detailed breakdown of the course, the key skill sets required, and those all-important outright selections. But before I do that and reveal my outright selections and the reasons why, may I encourage you to head over to sportspub.com, the main website, and take a look at the Ginger Bets Golf Betting Insights weekly package. By registering your email address, you will get one email direct to your inbox each and every week that's sure to save you time, sure to make you more informed, and sure to give you an edge over the bookmakers. Each and every week I cover off my best outsiders, my best outright picks, my best top 20 selections, first round leader, and in addition to that, we look at the three balls throughout the course of the week. Your golf betting needs covered every single week thanks to sportspub.com. So head over there straight after this video. But in this video, it is a breakdown of the course itself, the key skill sets required to lift that Canadian Open trophy come Sunday evening, and those all-important outright selections. Well, the course itself this week is a par 70, but it is not a standard layout. We have 5 par 3s on offer, just the 3 par 5s, and the rest made up of par 4s. 3 of them under 400 yards in length and the remaining 6 over 450 yards in length. So there's none in that 400 to 450 yards bracket, which we often see on tour. Tight fairways for the players this week, and then well bunkered greens is what they face in terms of this course layout. It is a tough and demanding test, and I expect a winning score of circa 20 under par this week. So let's have a look at the key skill sets that are going to be required to lift that trophy come Sunday night and see if we can continue the momentum that we found last week, where we got an 80-1 winner in Billy Horschel, and we found that selection by nailing down these key skill sets that are required. Last week we touched upon greening regulations being such a critical factor, and Billy Horschel, he led the way first in greening regulations on the week, and that was something that he'd been showing signs of in the run-up. So let's hope that we can follow the same formula this week and land on another big price selection. So as we've touched upon, the course is going to be tight and driving accuracy is important. I don't believe the players can bomb it off the tee and destroy this golf course. So that's the first place I want to start. Driving accuracy, good drives gained. Then want to look at approach play in general, and those players that are dialed in with their irons right now is going to be a massively important factor. In a score that's going to be 20 under par, you're going to have to hit it close time and time again. We've also touched on the fact that there's 5 par 3s in play this week, and therefore I want to look at those players that excel with iron in hand and take advantage of the par 3s consistently over the last 36-50 rounds on tour. I want to look at 450-yard plus par 4 scoring, those players that can show that they can take on the challenge of these long and demanding par 4s. I think that protecting your scorecard on these par 4s this week will be of key importance, and I want players that have shown me that they can do that time and time again. And then we touched upon in the course preview, but the greens here are small, but they are heavily surrounded by bunkers. And I want to look at sand save percentage as my final key skill set area for the week. So we've got driving accuracy, we've got approach play, we've got par 3 scoring, we've got par 4 scoring from 450 yards or more. And then finally, we've got sand save percentage as our 5 key skill sets to go to war with against those bookmakers this week. Well, I've done all that research for you, and I've landed on my portfolio for the week. So let me reveal that, the players' names and the reasons why behind my selections. Well, first up, headlining the portfolio. Those of you that have tuned in earlier in the week may have seen this already, but he's a player that I see returning to form. He's gained strokes in all of the key categories over his last 2 events. That's off the tee, approach play, around the green and putting. And at 25-1, I believe that Tony Finau has an outstanding chance of lifting the trophy. He comes in under the radar. He'll be desperate to get a win ahead of the major that takes place next week. And I think this is the ideal warm-up. In a weakened field, I believe Tony Finau can go a few places better than he's done in the past and lift this trophy come Sunday night. He will headline the portfolio at 25-1. But MGM's the place to go and get those odds. Second up, we're going to go right to the top of the leaderboard. He was nearly the headline selection, but I just can't leave him out of the portfolio this week. He's the hottest player on the planet other than Scotty Scheffler right now. And in terms of key skill sets, he's right up there. He's first in tee to green performance over the last 36 rounds on tour. He's first in proximity to the hole over the last 36 rounds on tour. He's first in par 4 scoring from 450 yards plus. And we've just touched upon how there's 6 holes over that length this week. I cannot see Justin Thomas not going close this week, and he will be the second selection of the week at 9-1 plus 9,000. BetMGM's the place again to go and get these odds. He will be the second selection of the week. Third selection of the week is another player that I believe is bubbling under the surface. He's got 2 top 10 finishes in his last 6 starts worldwide. And in terms of approach play, this is the most significant factor of all the key skill sets on the PGA Tour. Approach play is the killer one, and he's gained strokes in 11 of his last 12 events with the approach play. That shows you the consistency in his iron game right now. And I believe if he can roll his putter well this week and get that ball rolling good, then I believe that 33-1, Harold Varner III has got an outstanding chance of lifting the trophy come Sunday night. Final selection of the week, it would be remiss of me not to include a Canadian at the Canadian Open, and this is another player that is bound to have a chance if he rolls his rock well this week. If he puts anything like, if he gains strokes putting this week, he's bound to go close at the top of that leaderboard. He is an elite level ball striker, an absolute worldie off the tee and with iron in hand. In terms of his statistics over the past 36 rounds on tour, he's second in tee to green performance, 6th in green in regulations gained, in the top 10 for approach play, and the data does not stop there in his favour. He's also in the top 20 for green in regulations gained. If Corey Connors this week can finally find his putting stroke, he's bound to go close. And at 20-1 with BetMGM, he will be the 4th and final selection of the week. So to recap for you on my headline selection, it will be Tony Finau, 25-1. BetMGM's the place to go and get it. Second selection, Justin Thomas, 9-1 plus 9,000. BetMGM, again, the place to go and get those odds. 33-1, Harold Varner, that's plus 3,300. BetMGM, he will be the 3rd selection of the week. And rounding out the portfolio, the man from Canada with the home support in his favour, I believe Corey Connors will have an outstanding chance. And 20-1 plus 2,000. BetMGM, there's a place. He will round out the portfolio for the week. Good luck with all your selections. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back next week previewing the highly anticipated US Open. Let's hope we can get another winner at a big price this week. Thanks for listening, and bye from me.